Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to more WCBN sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball. Back in Chrysler Center, and I couldn't be happier to be back. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me,
Abe Weiner.
And we have a good one for you today, folks. The number 11 nationally ranked Michigan Wolverines face off against the IUPUI Jaguars in this year's first regular season game for the Wolverines. Coming off one of their most successful seasons in program history, made their deepest tournament run, eventually getting bounced in the Sweet 16 by the Baylor Bears, but looking to fight back. Quick start and lineups for you all at home for the Michigan Wolverines as Amy Dilk, Danielle Roush, Maddie Nolan, Emily Kaiser, and Naz Hillman. And for the Jags, Destiny Perkins, Rachel McElmore, Rachel Kent, Anna Mortag, and Macy Williams. Tip is away. Hillman tips it right back to Roush, and we are into it. Michigan swinging it all the way around the arc. Now into the hands of Maddie Nolan. High ball screen coming from Kaiser. Swung over back to Roush. Roush back to the middle. Naz Hillman. She shot a couple of those from the top of the key in the exhibition game against Rain Valley State. Dilk driving in the middle. Has nobody. Driving baseline now. Roush fighting through contact. Kick to the corner. Maddie Nolan. Three. That one's going to be short. Rebounded by Destiny Perkins, and IUPUI now out in transition.
Yeah, it's a good pass. Those are the kind of shots Michigan wants. They had a season high, obviously season high 10 threes last game, but that was actually more than they had in any game last year, so it's going to be important for the Wolverines.
Pull-up jumper from the elbow isn't going to go, and Michigan point guard Amy Dilk hit the ground hard. Not something you want to see from a Michigan fan. Looks like Dilk's left leg slipped out from underneath her. The left knee hit the ground. Training staff right over to her. You could hear a pin drop in Chrysler Center right now.
Yeah, I'm even afraid to talk. I feel like everyone can hear us. It's looks not promising for Michigan. It's too early in the season for something like this.
Training staff tending to Dilk. Amy Dilk, one of 4 seniors on this Michigan team. Those being Dilk, Hillman, Kaiser, and Roush.
Yeah, Amy was named to the Lieberman Award watch list before the season for the nation's top point guard. Her junior season started 18 of 19 games. Vocal leader for this team.
Both teams in their respective huddles. First-year assistant coach, Coach Carrie Moore, coming over to just tend to the other 4 starters. This just a sad moment for the Michigan Wolverines. Obviously, you never want to see anybody get hurt, especially starting point guard less than a minute into the first game.
This it reminds me a little bit of the Gordon Hayward injury right at the start of the season for the Celtics. Not only are you losing a fantastic player, but you're losing some great leadership on the court there. But the other seniors are going to need to step in.
Dilk has had knee problems in the past, wears a knee brace on that right knee. The injured knee, the left one, as she makes her way to her feet now, is going to get helped off by the training staff. And, you just hope everything is okay. Amy, an incredible leader on this Michigan team, an incredible part of just the culture and the program of Michigan athletics as a whole. Wishing her all the best from up here in the booth as she receives a hero's goodbye as she checks out. It's going to be Leah Brown that comes in to check in. Brown last year in her first season with the Wolverines, coming in as a transfer from the University of Nebraska, lit it up. Made waves in the Big Ten regular season and then went on to continue to make waves in the NCAA tournament. Was a huge piece of that tournament run, especially Dilk not making the trip down to San Antonio. Both Naz Hillman and Leah Brown were consensus picks for the preseason All-Big Ten team, and we're ready to go. IUPUI getting right into it. A lot of dribble handoffs up near the top of the key. That's something they love to do as a team. Now handoff to Rachel McElmore. Swung to the wing on the opposite side. Perkins now. That pass tipped away by Leah Brown, but it will remain Jags ball. McElmore now coming up, driving with the right hand. Left, back to her right, and it's poked away by Roush. She's got a fast break now. Up to Brown, driving with the left hand, fighting through contact. And Leah Brown traveled. Looked like for a second she might have twisted an ankle, but she seems to be up and moving fine.
I'm holding my breath, Charlie. It's not even 2 minutes in, and another injury scare. It's great defense from Leah Brown. Active hands, try to poke the ball away. It's a good job.
Cross-court pass up to Mortag. Going to go hard up with the right hand, and that one falls. Assist coming from Macy Williams. Williams, arguably the best player on the court at the time. Her and Naz Hillman have contention for that. The bigs battling down low. Williams, three-time Horizon Player of the Year. This one, skip pass to Maddie Nolan from the corner. Williams hit the ground, but IUPUI able to pull it in.
Yeah, another good shot for Michigan. They're going to be three happy today as a travel on IUPUI. Yeah, Katie Nolan's going to look to hit some of those threes.
Travel violation called on number 22, Rachel Kent. That's something you love to see if you're the Michigan Wolverines. Getting the ball into her hands is an incredible three-point shooter. The transfer from St. Louis shot 43% from three in her time in St. Louis, but not the best ball handler. Michigan swinging the ball around the arc now. Maddie Nolan driving to her right hand, now kicks to Naz Hillman in the high post. Driving hard, right hand, and she gets a bucket. Steps over Macy Williams, and we're tied up at 2.
That's the stuff you want to see from Michigan. Get Naz Hillman as many touches as possible. Let her do her work inside. It's a good game plan for the Wolverines.
Turnaround jumper rattles around every part of the rim, and Anna Mortag's got 2 more points. 4-2 sits the score. The Jags up. Pass up top to Kaiser. Kaiser now to Hillman at the top of the key. Looking around, Leah Brown down low, trying to gain position. Michigan can't find anything going here. Now Maddie Nolan driving middle. Looking. Pass to the corner. Roush driving baseline. We got a whistle as Roush hit the ground hard, and the referee's going to say she stepped out of bounds on the baseline. That's a few turnovers now for Michigan and possessions they'd like to get back. She had a nice open look to Emily Kaiser on the low block, but the whistle came first.
Yeah, it's a sloppy start for Michigan, but without their point guard, that is to be expected. You hope to see them settle into the game a little more, take a deep breath, make the right passes.
Perkins now, driving middle, tries to go back to the right hand, not going to go. Roush right there, pass inside. Macy Williams working one-on-one against Emily Kaiser. And we've got a whistle, and that one's going to be a travel. Kaiser tried to take a charge, but Williams' feet got a little bit ahead of her.
It's good defense by the smaller Nolan against the center Macy Williams there. It's always tougher as a smaller defender, but she did her job.
Roush running the point with the injury to Amy Dilk. Working one-on-one against Perkins. Pass up top. Kaiser looking inside. Williams right there on the defense. Hillman trying to find something. Doesn't have her dribble. That one's going to be poked away, and it's going to stay Michigan ball. Looks like the call goes off the left hand of Macy Williams.
Yeah, IUPUI bench calling for a 5-second call. They might have a point, but Naz Hillman gets out of that unscathed.
Roush to inbound it. Pass to Leah Brown. Spins back to her left hand, working in the middle. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Roush over to Kaiser. Kaiser deep three. Got it! Emily Kaiser with the first 3 of the season for the Wolverines. That's going to be a huge part for Michigan's offense this year, is getting Kaiser ready and getting her free ball going early. She's a great shooter, driving left, and now taking a pull-up jumper from the elbow is number 22, Rachel Kent. Rattles around a few times, but now Michigan pulls down the rebound. 6 minutes left to play here. Michigan's up 1, 5-4. Pass Hillman at the top of the key, driving left with the left hand. Kick out. Leah Brown 3. That one's going to rattle around and make its way out, and it's going to stay Michigan ball. Macy Williams, again, hit the ground hard there.
Yeah, it's the 4th three-pointer attempted for Michigan out of 5 shots. It's only 1 for 4, 25% so far, but they've all been pretty good looks. Actually, the one that went in was probably the lowest percentage shot. at the end of the shot clock.
Roush to inbound again. Lofts it up top to Naz Hillman, working one-on-one against Macy Williams. Quick dribble over at the right hand. Keeping her dribble alive. Picks it up now, swings it over to Leah Brown on the opposite side. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. High ball screen coming from Hillman, rejecting it. Is Brown, kick to the corner. Maddie Nolan three. That one's going to go off the front of the rim again. Kaiser fighting hard for the rebound, and it's going to stay Michigan ball. Shot clock will reset to 20, and the Wolverines are going to get another chance.
That's great hustle by Emily Kaiser. That play doesn't happen if she doesn't crash the boards hard and earns Michigan an extra 20 on the shot clock.
Michigan still up 5-4 here. Inbounds pass intended for Hillman, poked out of bounds. Michigan's just going to get another shot at that one. IUPUI got going early. Since then, haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Inbounds pass, Leah Brown. Driving, right hand kick, outside. Kaiser for three again. Why not Emily Kaiser? And Michigan's up by 4.
Again, 6 out of 7 shots are three-pointers. It's a theme for Michigan. Naz Hillman, too. Hasn't shot a 3 yet this game, but attempted 3 threes last game, which is more than the one she shot in her
inside. The Macy Williams kicks outside. 3 ball for IUPUI, and that one's going to go. That one coming out of the right hand of Anna Mortag. Mortag, a great three-point shooter for this team. Plays kind of that stretch 4 position, looking to get things going. Roush driving all the way to the coast to coast. Kick to the corner. Leah Brown, shot fake, driving inside, working on Williams, and Williams with the block. The Jaguars now out in transition. Working all the way up to the elbow. Back to the right hand. Kick outside. Mortag again for 3. And that one's going to go in. IUPUI surging ahead 10-8. After that, over 2-minute scoring drought has now gone on a 6-0 run in the last 30 seconds. Michigan swinging the ball around the key. High ball screen now. Roush driving with her right hand, working all the way to the basket. Up at the left, and that's another block for Macy Williams, making her second of the quarter. And Michigan's going to call a timeout with 4:13 left to play here in the first quarter. They trail by 2. IUPUI 10, the Michigan Wolverines 8. You head into the timeout. We mentioned a few times, Abe, that Michigan has taken a lot of three-pointers. 2 for 6 from 3, both of those coming out of the hands of Emily Kaiser. Coming into the season, that is an area that Coach Kim Barnes-Arico and the new assistant coaches, Coach Carrie Moore, Val Nainema, and Coach Harry Rafferty have tried to build upon, because Michigan has plenty of shooters. You look and go right down the roster. Maddie Nolan hit 21 triples last year for the Wolverines. You go down, Michelle Sedor, another great shooter in the starting lineup. Danielle Roush, Leah Brown. They can all shoot the lights out. Emily Kaiser, as she's shown. If Michigan is able to spread the floor and get their shooters all on the outside, that just opens up more and more opportunities for veteran big Naz Hillman, arguably one of the best players in the entire country, to go to work. If you can spread the floor, that makes teams guard you on the outside and doesn't allow them to clog the paint.
Yeah, it's all part of the basketball analytics revolution, right? It's the highest percentage shots are three-pointers and at the rim. So what does Michigan do? They tell their other 4 around Naz Hillman, spread out, get on the three-point arc, and that allows Naz Hillman to control the paint and be dominant at those high percentage 2-point shots.
Timeout wrapping up. Both teams just trying to discuss their game plan. Head coach of the IUPUI Jaguars, Austin Parkinson, is trying to keep his team to keep that momentum going. As we mentioned, they lead 10-8. All those points coming out of the hands of Anna Mortag. 2 for 2 from downtown. Add in 2 more pull-up jumpers from the elbow. She's having herself a day, shooting 100% from beyond the arc, 67% from the field.
Yeah, and IUPUI can score. They put up 98 in their exhibition win over IU Northwest. 5 Jaguars in double figures for that game. The Jaguars are a good team. They were ranked number 12 in the mid-major top 25. So they're proving to be a difficult opponent for Michigan so far.
Timeout horn sounds. Both teams headed back out there onto the court. No substitutions yet for either team besides the early substitution from Leah Brown for Amy Dilk. It's going to be Roush to inbound from the left side. Roush looking around. Hillman now flashing to the ball. Squares up, looking for somebody, driving left, middle with her left hand, goes up, fights through contact and gets it to go. We're tied back up at 10.
Yeah, that's why she's an all Big Ten player. She can make offense by herself.
Head coach Kim Barnes-Arico visibly upset with the no call there. Ball swung around to Perkins. Perkins getting that high ball screen, working one-on-one against Brown, driving all the way to the rack. Had a layup, but decided to pass it up. Kick back out to McElmore. Now over to Kent in the corner. Back up to the top. Macy Williams driving left, spinning to the right hand, up with 2, and that one's going to go. Macy Williams showing early why she's a 3-time Horizon League Player of the Year. 12-10 sits the score. The Jags out in front. 3:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Pass to the top of the key for Hillman. Driving with the left hand now all the way to the rack, fighting through contact, and that's going to be another back-to-back layups for Naz Hillman.
Yeah, and both of those coming off the dribble, really showcasing her speed.
Ball swung. Perkins on the left-hand side. Now up to the top of the key. Swung all the way around. Kent from the corner for 3. That one's going to go off the back iron. Leah Brown to pull it down. Lost her dribble. Kick now up to Danielle Roush. She had some room to move. Pass inside now for Kaiser. Can't handle it cleanly, but we're going to have a foul call. That one coming on Anna Mortag. We're going to have our first substitution in a while for the Wolverines. Junior guard Michelle Cedor checking in for Danielle Roush. We're going to have 2 substitutions for IUPUI as well. It's going to be Morgan Allen checking in alongside Natalie Anderson. Kent and Mortag will head to the bench. Cedor to inbound. Lofts it up top, Leah Brown. Ball screen coming from Hillman. Nice slit from Hillman, and she's got another layup.
It's the Naz Hillman show so far. 6 straight points for her.
14-12 sits the score. The Wolverines back out in front. Perkins wanted a high ball screen. Didn't get one. Now she will. It's Allen coming to set it. Driving to her left hand, not the strong hand. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. That one's going to go wide right, coming off the right hand of Natalie Anderson, and Michigan's out in transition. And who's bringing it up but Naz Hillman, coast to coast, and just off the front iron. Misses that one. IUPUI is going to call a timeout. They got away with one there as the All-American missed a layup.
Yeah, it's something Kim Barnes-Arico was pointing towards at the start of the season was Naz Hillman in transition, ball handling. If she's able to outrun that center down the court, she's going to get a lot of open layups this season.
We mentioned that first exhibition game against Grand Valley State. Naz Hillman went 2 for 3 from the three-point line. More threes than she shot in, the past however many seasons. But that's something that can be huge for this Michigan team. If Naz Hillman starts to shoot the ball, she doesn't have to shoot it well, but just has to show that she has an outside shot. That forces teams to take that extra step out at her, which we've seen a few times. Macy Williams has had to step out to contest that open look, and that just gives Hillman all the more room to just drive right by you. She's quicker than half the guards on the floor, and especially the bigs. Very quick off the bounce, and she showed that thus far. Perkins working on Leah Brown, now inside to Williams. Williams, square up, jumper. Rattles around, Hillman's going to pull it down. Macy Williams, while she can definitely score, led the team in assists last year. Not afraid to pass out of the low or high post. 14-12 with 2 minutes left in the quarter. Hillman. Pass up to Brown, tipped away. It's going to stay Michigan ball. Right there on the defense was Natalie Anderson.
Yeah, Michigan is going to have to figure out how to play without their point guard, which is going to mean a little more passing, a little more creativity from the role players.
Inbound pass from Cedor into Brown. She's going to fight all the way through a double screen. Cedor showed a shot fake, and she stepped out of bounds. 14-12, a minute 46 left to play here in the first. Inbounds pass from Macy Williams up to Perkins. Perkins, a high-volume shooter. Not the best percentage, shot 21 for 71 from 3 last year, second most on the team. She'll pull up this one, and that one goes. Free ball from Perkins puts the Jags back out on top, 15-14 over the Wolverines. Pass up to Nolan. Swung Kaiser, top of the key, dribbling with her left, over to Cedor. She'll get a ball screen now. Cedor working inside, kick to the corner. Nolan, shot fake, driving back middle herself. Outside, Leah Brown for 3. And that one's going to rattle around the front of the rim. That's going to be an over-the-back call on Maddie Nolan. She was working one-on-one against Anderson down low.
Yeah, no one's protesting her innocence. The smaller player on the court, but pretty much any time a smaller player gets a rebound over the back of a bigger player, it's going to be a foul every time.
Rachel Kent will check back in alongside Trinity Duckworth, and we're going to have another substitution for the Wolverines. Layla Fila, the freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, will check in for the first time. First time we've seen a freshman for this Michigan team.
Yeah, Michigan's got a couple freshmen coming in here that are poised to make a big impact this season.
Fila, a great on-ball defender, working on Rachel Kent. Pass inside of the high post. It's Allen. Kick outside. That one looked like it was blocked by Hillman, and Fila's going to pull down the rebound and make it an impact early. Bringing the ball up to Cedar. Under a minute left to play here. Pass up to the corner. Maddie Nolan with a 1-point deficit, trying to make something happen. Inside, Hillman ripping baseline. Kick to the corner. Extra pass. Leah Brown now. Back to Cedar. Corner three. That one's going to go in and out. IUPUI catches a break. 30 seconds left here. 15-14. Cedar tips that one away, doing a nice job stopping the break.
Yeah, it's we've seen a couple deflections, tip balls. It's good active defending from the Wolverines early.
15-14. Jags out in front. Less than 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Duckworth, the point guard, will bring it up. Fila on the defense. 2 seconds separating the shot and game clock. The Jags going to look for the last one here. Swung around the outside. Anderson gets the ball back, driving with the right hand. Pull up, jumper on Cedar. That one's blocked. Nolan with the rebound. Less than 2 seconds left from half court. This one up. It rattles in and out. Banked and almost made it. So as we head into the second quarter, the score, not what you would have thought early. The IUPUI Jaguars out in front, 15-14. Michigan, led by Naz Hillman, 8 points on 4 for 5 from the field. Mortag for the Jags, 10 of their 15.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for the Wolverines to get over that initial hump, that initial injury to senior Amy Dilk, but Michigan did seem to settle in a little more at the end of the first quarter. But at the end of the day, it's about making shots. So you got to give it up to IUPUI, shooting 60% from 3 and almost 50% from the field to start the first quarter. So Michigan's going to need to tighten the screws on the defense here.
Yeah, obviously never like to see early season injuries or injuries at all for that matter, especially not to your starting veteran point guard. Amy Dilk, huge part of this offense, averaged 4 assists a game last year, close to 10 points. Both teams head to their respective huddles. You got to think for IUPUI, you know, they have the best player in the Horizon Conference in Macy Williams, but right now you have to think they want to run their offense through Anna Mortag, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 for downtown, for a total of 10 points. On the side of Michigan, I mean, the game plan probably the same as always. Get the ball to the best player in the conference and let her go to work. That's been the game plan so far. Hillman, 8 points, 3 rebounds in 10 minutes of play.
Yeah, really, and should have 2 more. Miss a point-blank layup in transition. So I think that'll be a key point for Michigan as this game progresses, is keep getting out in transition, let Naz Hillman take the ball up and let her do her work.
Timeout horn sounds, and both teams will break their huddles. Macy Williams for IUPUI will stay on the bench. So Michigan potentially has a mismatch situation down low. If you're just tuning in as we head to the second quarter, the Jaguars out in front, 15-14. They've got a 1-point lead. And it'll be their ball to start the quarter. Couple substitutions in for both teams. The Wolverines line up right now. Layla Fila guarding the point. Duckworth working back to her left hand, now back to the right. Swung over to Rachel Kent. Inside now. She's got Morgan Allen. Kick outside. Kent for 3. That one's going to rattle. Loose ball, and IUPUI comes up with it. Back to Duckworth. Swung. Kent top of the key. Driving right again. Hillman hedging out on that screen. Kent fumbled it. Now picks it back up. Driving right hand is Mortag. Looking to keep her perfect streak going. That one falls short. 9:30 left to play here. Jags still out in front, 15-14. High ball screen coming. Can't get anything going. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Another ball screen going. Kent trying to drive middle with her left hand. That's not the strong hand. And she's fouled as she puts up a shot. That one's going to be on Michelle Sedor. She was riding her hip.
Yeah, it was pretty good on-ball defending. Michigan comes out having to defend. Whenever you give a team 3 possessions, it's unlikely to end well for the defending team. So that the rebounding, boxing out needs to improve for the Wolverines.
Kent will head to the free throw line. First one up and good. A very good free throw shooter. Shot 94% from the free throw line last year. 32 for 34. Second one up. And that one's going to bounce off the front iron. No good. So 2-point lead for the Jaguars. 16-14. 9 minutes left to play. Macy Williams will head to the check-in table. Fila working up top. Pass with the left hand over to Brown. Ball screen coming from Hillman. Driving hard middle is Leah Brown. Makes the woman fall. Pull up jumper, not going to go. Pass up to Kent. Swung back to the middle. Now all the way around the horn and went Anderson over to Mortag. Back to Kent. Ball screen coming. She rejects it. Pull up elbow from just outside the elbow, and that one's not going to go. Fila pulls it down again. The freshman doing a great job on the defensive glass early in this one. Pass to Roush. Roush, corner 3 from Fila. And that one's rattled off the left hand of IUPUI. Leah Brown chased after it, tried to save it. Looks like that left foot was out of bounds. Another substitution. Rachel McLemore will check back in. Natalie Anderson will head to the bench. Mortag the inbound. The sophomore Duckworth bringing it up the floor. Wolverines switch on the high handoff. Now McLemore working over to her right. Pass over to Williams. Williams, cross-court pass. 3-ball, not going to go. That one coming from Mortag. She was hot early, has cooled down since. Fila moving up in transition, working all the way inside. Pull-up jumper. That one's going to go for the freshman. We're tied back up at 16.
Yeah, with Dilk out, it's going to be important for the young guns to step up. It's a great drive from Layla Fila right there.
Destiny Perkins and Emily Kaiser at the check-in table. McLemore driving to her right hand, kick outside. That 3 from Anna Mortag, not going to go. 2 substitutions for the Wolverines. It'll be another freshman in Jordan Hobbs and Emily Kaiser checking in for Naz Hillman and Leah Brown. Hobbs, another Ohio freshman. This one from Springboro. Roush to bring it up, working one-on-one against Perkins now. Swung over to Nolan. Nolan now high handoff to Layla rather. Working one-on-one against McLemore, driving hard, left-hand floater. She's going to get the foul call and head to the line.
It's good aggressiveness from the freshman. It's sometimes first college game you might be a little deer in the headlights, but Layla showing that she has that aggressiveness that this Michigan team is going to need to get past the Jaguars tonight.
Fila's first free throw will drop down in. The Wolverines back out in front, 17-16. As a senior in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, Fila dominated. Transferring that over to her play here in Ann Arbor. 18-16 as the second free throw falls. IUPUI trying to get something going here. Pass inside Williams, looking to pass out of it. Kent on the outside. Might have traveled, driving hard, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on Emily Kaiser.
These are going to be important minutes for the Wolverines. No Naz Hillman, and Macy Williams is going to control that paint. So Michigan's going to need to do some different. Going to need to give her some different looks down in the paint.
I mentioned earlier that Macy Williams, very good in the low post, passing out of the low post as the free throw drops for Rachel Kent. She's now 2 for 3 on the night. But you got to think, as you're arguably your team's best player, you got to look to score sometimes. This second free throw is missed. Williams pulls down the rebound, kick outside. McLemore not going to find the bottom of the net. Wolverines in transition now. Roush slicing back to the middle of the floor. Nolan look for the cross-court pass. Elects to go inside Kaiser. Shot fake, driving right hand. Fighting through contact against Williams. And that one off the glass, but no good. Perkins now pushing in transition for the Jaguars. Williams, three from the top of the key. Off the front iron, and that's going to be a foul called on the floor. Maddie Nolan collided with Allie Berg. And that one's going to be on Maddie Nolan. Her second personal foul of the half.
Yeah, with no Nas Hillman, rebounding is going to be an issue. Last possession, free throw miss, got the offensive board. Now a loose ball foul. Michigan's going to need to step up their box outs.
Perkins inbound to Williams. She'll come back and get it herself. Swung over to Kent, over to McLemore, all the way to the corner now. Perkins gets it back. Ball screen coming. She'll pull up the three. Danielle Roush had a hand in her face there, and the contest worked. Kaiser to bring it up the floor. Skip pass, corner. Jordan Hobbs. Pull up three from the freshman. Off the front of the rim. Michigan can't seem to find the bottom of the net. Kent driving to her left hand. Now swung back over to Perkins. Inside. Michigan doubling the post. Macy Williams kick out. McLemore over to Kent, trying to drive middle again. Back inside. Williams working one-on-one against Kaiser, and Jordan Hobbs comes over low and fouls her on the way up. She'll shoot two. 6 minutes left to play here. Wolverines up 18-17.
Yeah, it was a good initial double by Jordan Hobbs. Initially got there, made Macy Williams pass it up on the second one. Just a step too late. Couldn't stop the spin move, and it's free throws for Macy Williams.
Checking in for Maddie Nolan is Naz Hillman. We'll likely see Nolan stay on the bench for a while as 2 fouls early. Free throw from Williams up and good, so we're tied back up at 18.
Williams already filling up the stat sheet. He's got 3 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists to lead the Jaguars.
Drains free throw number 2, bringing her total on the night up to 4 points rather. IUPUI back out in front, trying a full court press. Pass up Hobbs. Looking inside for Hillman, the double coming. Fighting through contact, up, and she's fouled. Layup no good, but she'll shoot 2. That one looks like it was on number 14, Rachel McLemore.
Yeah, it's good awareness by Hillman. Got the mismatch on the smaller McLemore. Macy Williams was a little late to recover, and she gets the free throws.
First free throw from Hillman is going to rattle in. That's a part of her game that she's been working on constantly. We're tied back up at 19. In terms of experience, IUPUI has much more than this young Michigan lineup on the floor right now. 2 freshmen on the floor. In terms of the Jags, they've got 3 fifth-year seniors on the floor. Michigan now working up into a full-court press with the lead. Pass from Perkins up to Kent. Trap coming from the 2 freshmen, Hobbs and Fila, and we've got a jump ball. The Michigan bench is electric right there.
Yeah, it's a classic 1-2-2 press. You have Hillman leading that formation with the 1 and causes a turnover with a turnover with the trap there.
Leah Brown will check back in for freshman Layla Fila. Fila doing a great job in her time in. 4 points, 2 rebounds, making an impact early. Wolverines up 1, 20-19, 5:30 left to play here in the half. Roush now working on the wing. Cross-court pass, Kaiser. Looking inside for Hillman, fighting through contact. Spinning back to her left hand against Williams. And she's going to miss another layup. The Jaguars pushing in transition now. Perkins swung over to McLemore, driving hard with her left hand. Great job by Kaiser coming over there to stop that. Kick outside. 3 ball. That one's going to go. That one coming off the hands of Allie Berg. And the Jaguars back out in front.
It's great ball movement by the Jags. The initial driving lane was cut off. Passes it out for the 3.
Michigan tried to push the ball up in transition, and Danielle Roush turns it over. Pass a little too high for Hillman. Timeout is called. Both teams will head to their bench. Michigan in foul trouble here early. 4 fouls in the quarter. IUPUI just 1 away from the bonus. Looking at the leaders for both teams, Hillman leading the way for the Wolverines with half of their 20 points, sitting at 10. She's 4 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line. throw in 3 rebounds. She's leading the way. In terms of the IUPUI, it's Mortag with 10 of her own. We're just under half of their 22. She started out this game hot. We've mentioned it a few times. Started 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from downtown. Has since cooled off quite a bit.
Yeah, both teams started out pretty hot from 3, but recently have cooled off. Michigan now 2 of 10 from 3, and IUPUI a little better at 4 for 12. But it seems to be whichever team can figure out their early shooting woes is going to be the team that's victorious today.
Yeah, Mortag, the sophomore from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, playing that kind of stretch 4 position, as we mentioned. At 6 feet tall, can definitely handle it on the outside. But since going perfect to start this game, has missed her last 3.
Michigan getting some good minutes from the freshmen. Hobbs has been in for 3 minutes, and Layla Fila coming in, drawing some fouls, getting to the line. It's going to be a youthful resurgence for the Wolverines this year if they want to fulfill their hopes of a Big Ten championship.
You look at this Michigan team, and it's about the deepest it's been in quite some time. 15 players on the roster, and you look and there's not a weak link all the way throughout. Any of these players can come in at any time, and that's been shown early. 2 freshmen coming in and making an impact.
Yeah, and even more important with Amy Dilk going out with an injury there, that's going to be some ball handling that needs to be picked up, some passing, some shot creation. So it's going to be important for the Wolverines to step up, especially those young guns.
The horn sounds, and it'll be IUPUI to inbound. Michigan coming out in a 1-2-2 full court press. It's Berg and Perkins working in the half court. Trap coming. Berg looks to the corner for McLemore. Kaiser doing a nice job covering a lot of ground to settle back into it. Roush will switch on to McLemore. Pass to Williams in the high post. Kick corner for Kent. And she's going to get called for a travel.
Yeah, usually with that 1-2-2 press, the team will sink into a 1-2-2 in a more of a half-court sense, but Michigan transitioning to man, so it's going to be really important for that communication to be on point if they want to stop the IUPUI in their transition offense.
Roush on the outside, kick to Leah Brown. She's got an open 3, and that one's going to find the bottom of the net. First 3 of the year for Leah Brown, and Michigan back out on top, 23-22. 4 minutes left to play here in the half. Ball swung all the way around to the corner. Now Perkins back to Kent, driving with the left hand, back to McLemore. Working to her right, spins back left, tough shot. This game been back and forth all night long. Pass inside, Hillman, outside. The freshman, Jordan Hobbs for 3. That one too long, but Michigan pulls down the rebound. Roush driving hard to the basket. And that's going to be a travel call on her. Got what she wanted, but some contact came from Allie Berg and forced her off her feet.
It's good to see Leah Brown knocking on a 3. She's on her way to double figures here today with 3 points. She scored in double figures in all but 1 game last year, so looking to keep that streak going in her senior year.
23-24, IUPUI out on top. Layla Fila heads to the check-in table now. Pass inside for Williams. Double coming, dribbles out of it, kicked outside, swung into the corner. McLemore showed shot, now drives inside. Awkward half Euro step, and she airballs the floater from about 2 feet out.
It's a good job by Michigan again, doubling Macy Williams when Niles Hillman isn't on her. It's got to be part of the game plan from Kim Barnes-Arico, and it's proven to work some errant passes and some poor decisions from the Jaguars.
2 freshmen checking in. Layla Fila will come back in place of Maddie Nolan. Ari Wiggins for the first time today will sub in for Jordan Hobbs.
Yeah,
Hillman.
Wiggins, the freshman. She was actually the runner-up for Miss Indiana's Basketball Player of the Year, so she's got the Indiana ties.
Fila driving hard middle. Back out to Wiggins, and she's got the ball stripped. It's going to be Kent driving all the way down. Wiggins trying to chase her down. And it's both the freshmen, Wiggins and Fila, providing pressure, forcing the missed layup. Leila Brown now driving hard. Floater up the middle, and Brown finds the bottom of the net.
It's a good job hustling back in transition by Layla Fila there, causing the errant shot.
Michigan back out on top, 25-24, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Pass to Macy Williams on the outside. Kaiser giving her plenty of space. Williams does not want to shoot that ball from the outside. Only shot 10 of them last year. Only one found at the bottom. Perkins working one-on-one against Wiggins. Ari Wiggins, a great on-ball defender. High ball screen comes from Williams. Perkins pulls up at the end of the shot clock. Michigan will stay out in front as that one rattles in and out. Pass inside from Wiggins. Hillman, that one's good. Yeah. Assist coming from the freshman. Michigan now up by 3, their biggest lead in quite some time.
Hillman sensed the mismatch against the smaller Mortag in transition there, just bodied her out of the way.
McLemore driving. Kaiser block. Kaiser pulls it down herself. Now pass up to Layla Fila. Back up to Kaiser. Showed her shot for a second. Wiggins working one-on-one inside. Hillman out to Fila. That 3 from the freshman is going to be too short. 27-24, the Wolverines up by 3. A minute 30 left to play here. 3 substitutions come to the table for the Jaguars. Ari Wiggins jumps in front of a pass, and she's got nothing but open court in front of her. And that one's going to be a steal and a coast-to-coast layup for the freshman. And Michigan now up by 5.
Much better from the Wolverines. The freshman coming in, giving that energy on the defensive side. The steal there by Wiggins. Great defense so far by Layla Fila, too. It's been the freshmen that are the story today for the Wolverines.
That is something that could be huge for the Michigan Wolverines. Last year, graduated 2 seniors in Haley Brown and Akenray Johnson. Akenray Johnson, arguably one of the best on-ball defenders in the country. That was a huge question mark coming into this season as to who would fill that void as a great on-ball defender. I mean, we've seen it early in this one. Layla Fila, the freshman, doing a great job working one-on-one against Perkins, and then Ari Wiggins showing that she can be a great defender too, using her quickness to get in front of that ball, poke it away, and get an easy open layup. Wiggins filling out the stat sheet early here. 2 points, a rebound, and an assist. Wiggins now will come up and press full court. It's going to be Duckworth to bring it up. Pass over to McLemore. Michigan doing a great job forcing IUPU out. They're working all the way up near half court. Hard screen comes. Fila fights through it. Ball swung to the corner now. Naz Hillman switching on to Duckworth. McLemore driving right. Pass outside. Less than 10 on the shot clock. To the elbow. Step through. Pull-up jumper is going to roll around the rim and fall out, and that's a foul 94 feet from the basket. Following the pull-up jumper from Anna Mortag, Morgan Allen tried to go after that rebound a little late and caught Kaiser on the arm. Number 22, Rachel Kent, the sophomore from St. Louis, will check back in. McLemore will head to the bench and grab herself a quick drink. Michigan up 5, 29-24, less than a minute to play here in the half. Brown, hesitation, driving to her right side, swung back up to Fila. Fighting all the way through, gets 3 screens up top, rejecting a screen now is Brown. Pull-up jumper, gets contact and finds the bottom. Pull-up jumper from Leah Brown through contact. And Michigan now with their biggest lead of the game, they're up 7, potential to make it 8.
Michigan closing the half out strong. It's really been the offensive resurgence of Leah Brown coming in early. She's been battling an injury, but now with 7 points, potential to make it 8 from the line, and a strong defensive possession for Michigan could end the half very well for the Wolverines.
Free throw from Leah Brown is good. Michigan now on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 13 seconds. 4 of their last 5 from the field. Starters check back in for the Jaguars. Only 1 second separating the shot and game clock. Michigan's full court press showing pressure now. McLemore driving up. Wiggins and Hillman trapping. That one's going to be a jump ball. Wiggins was the one who tied her up. Possession arrow in favor of the Jaguars, so they'll get a second chance. 18 seconds on the game clock, 16 seconds on the shot clock, so they'll have to get one up before the horn.
Yeah, Ari Wiggins just injecting this defense with the energy they needed. A sluggish start for Michigan, but they've really ramped up the pace right now.
McLemore running the point. Wiggins guarding her. High ball screen coming from Macy Williams. McLemore trying to drive with her right hand. Can't get anything. Tries to come back. Rachel Kent is blocked by Leah Brown. Loose ball. Michigan's got it. That's a shot clock violation. Great defense there by both Ari Wiggins and Leah Brown to force the turnover. Referees having a quick discussion. There should be some correction with the clock. As I mentioned, there was 2 seconds separating the shot and game clock. They called a shot clock violation, but the clock sits at only 0.3, so Michigan just has barely enough time for a catch and shoot. Kaiser at the horn. Got it away, but rattled in and out. We're going to head to the half. Michigan up big, 32-24. It was back and forth for quite some time, but the Wolverines go on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds, a 12-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes of the half, shooting 4 for 5 from the field to take the front place position.
Yeah, it was really the defense that shone through in the last 4 minutes since Ari Wiggins came in. No points for the Jaguars in the last 4 minutes of the half. That's the kind of momentum you want to take into the locker room.
The freshmen making an impact early. We've seen 3 out of 4 of them. Layla Fila, Ari Wiggins, and Jordan Hobbs. Wiggins and Fila, the 2 standouts, filling out the stat sheet, assists, points, rebounds, you name it. And Michigan doing a great job of just battling back after a tough start to the game. If you weren't tuned in, senior point guard Amy Dilk went down with a knee injury, hit the ground hard. She got tripped up, landed on her left knee pretty awkwardly. That was less than a minute into this ball game. She got escorted out the tunnel by the training staff, headed back to the locker room. So Michigan had to head to the bench early, and the reinforcements did not disappoint. With that, that is going to do it for WCBN Sports' first half coverage of Michigan women's basketball live here from Chrysler Center. Again, Michigan up 32-24. My name has been Charlie Brigham alongside me, Abe Weiner. We're going to head to the half. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball live from Chrysler Center. We're 2 minutes out from the start of the second half. If you missed the first half, it was back and forth for a vast majority of that first half. Back and forth all quarter. IUPUI led for a significant amount of time. But as we head into the second half, the Michigan Wolverines are up 8, 32-24 is the score. Capped off by a 9-0 scoring run in the last few minutes of the first half to put the Wolverines out in front. Michigan veteran point guard Amy Dilk went out of the game early with an injury to her left knee. She was helped off the floor, hasn't returned since, but the reinforcements were ready and willing to step up. Freshmen Layla Fila, Ari Wiggins, and Jordan Hobbs got some minutes early. Wiggins with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist, had a great steal for a coast-to-coast layup. Layla Fila with 4 points of her own, a bucket from the field, and 2 free throws. The freshman getting involved early, as I said. Leading the way for the Wolverines, to no surprise, is Naz Hillman with 12 points, 3 rebounds. Closely behind her is Leah Brown with 8 and Emily Kaiser with 6. On the side of the IUPUI Jaguars, leading the way for them is number 21, sophomore Anna Mortag. She's got 10 points, but is started off the game as hot as they come. 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 for 3. Her first 4 points coming all in the, or first 10 points rather, coming all in the first quarter. But since then has gone 0 for her last 4. Struggling to find the bottom of the net. 3-time Horizon League Player of the Year Macy Williams has been pretty quiet in this one. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, but those all spread out pretty far apart. 14 seconds left to play here before we head to the half, as they're showing some highlights up there on the board. A couple huge blocks late in shot clocks, one coming from Emily Kaiser, one coming from Leah Brown right before the end of the first half to cap that 9-0 scoring run. The horn sounds and both teams break their huddles. We're back to the starting lineups on the floor for the Jaguars. It's Perkins, McLemore, Kent, Mortag, and Williams. And for the Michigan Wolverines, it's Kaiser, Hillman, Brown, Nolan, and Danielle Roush at the point guard spot.
Yeah, something I really liked from the Wolverines in the first half was the implementation of that press, the 1-2-2. It really got the Jaguars sped up, led to a couple turnovers, and it just sparked the Wolverines' offense.
Pass to Brown on the wing. She'll get a high ball screen from Naz Hillman. Fakes it, driving hard to the basket, blocked. 2 hands coming in from Anna Mortag to swat that one away from the All-American. Pass up to McLemore, working inside. Looking for Williams. Working to her right hand, back to her left shoulder, now back to the right, and that one goes. Michigan wasting no time pushing the ball up in transition. Roush driving all the way down. Kaiser looking inside for Hillman, poked away, but Maddie Nolan right there to pull it in. Pass back inside for Hillman. Cross-court pass, skip. Emily Kaiser for 3. That one short. Started off the game 2 for 2 from downtown. 32-26 the scores. Rachel Kent pulls up for 3, and that one's going to spin around and find the bottom of the net.
It's a similar story to start the second half as the first one. IUPUI coming out hot, making their threes, and Michigan's going to have to adjust.
Score 32-29 now. Pass over to the right wing, Nolan. Working against McLemore. Driving with the left hand now. Pass. Leah Brown in the corner. Hillman in the high post, driving with the right hand. She's all the way to the basket for 2.
It's the speed of Naz Hillman. She's just faster than Macy Williams, her defender.
Hillman 6 for 9 from the field, 2 free throws and 14 points. Kick outside. Rachel Kent again from 3. That one no good. McLemore pulls down the rebound. Kick outside. It's going to be the point guard. Perkins for 3. That one rattled in and out, touched about every part of the rim, but no good. Hillman going coast to coast, fighting through contact. That one's going to spin all the way down.
It's a similar drive to the one in the first half. Give her the ball, let her run the 94 feet, and she's going to beat her defender down there pretty much every time.
Naz Hillman, Big Ten Player of the Year last year. Got nominations for AP Player of the Year. Has added a part of her game that has just brought it to the next level. Can handle the ball really well. Pass up, Maddie Nolan. Looking inside. Kaiser, 3 from the top of the key. No good. Hillman pulls down the rebound. It's tipped away. Out of bounds. Off her, looks like, is Destiny Perkins. Chased it down to the corner and threw it off the left hand of Hillman. Quick substitution. Layla Fila is going to check in for Leah Brown.
Fila with some really important minutes in the first half coming in and providing some great on-ball defense and some great passing ability from the freshman.
The freshman with 4 points and 3 rebounds so far in 9 minutes of play. She'll guard the ball. It's Perkins bringing it up past McLemore. Tried to find Williams inside. Now they will from the corner. Kaiser right there. Maddie Nolan coming in to double. Pass outside. McLemore, 3, top of the key. And that one's good. McLemore, 14.8 points per game in conference last year. 3-level scorer. If she's open, she's going to shoot it. Layla Fila, pull-up jumper on the baseline. Too short. 7 minutes left to play here. The Wolverines lead cut to 4. 36-32. Perkins driving hard middle. Kick outside. Mortag for 3. No good. Fila pulling down her 4th rebound of the day. Decides to slow it up. Will pass to Nolan. Crosses back to her left hand. Pass inside. Hillman ripping baseline. Fighting through contact up and under. That one's good. Hillman's got 18.
It's a great move from Naz Hillman. Just the up and under reverse layup. It's classic big man basketball.
Hillman, a very athletic big. She plays the 5 for Michigan, but can guard any person. McLemore on a backdoor cut, and she's got the and one. That one's going to go against Emily Kaiser. The Wolverines looking around, confused where the contact was.
It's fantastic off-ball movement from McLemore right there. Just a little back cut, slip the defender, perfect pass from the point guard Perkins, and gets rewarded with the foul.
McLemore loves to hunt contact when driving to the basket. Was one of their top free throw shooters last year. She puts this one off the front of the rim, no good. 38-34, the Wolverines out in front. Just over 6 minutes left to play here. Kaiser over to Fila. Ball screen coming from Hillman. Pass back. Hillman's going to take a 3. That one just too long. Pulling down the rebound is Rachel Kent. Almost traveled. McLemore trying to go coast to coast in transition. Not strong going to that left hand. Elected to pull it back out, and that's going to be a block called on Emily Kaiser. She looked like she was there and just got absolutely ran over. It was Anna Mortag who tried to drive baseline. That's not a good sign for the Wolverines. That's Kaiser's 3rd personal.
Yeah, I'm surprised the sub's not coming out, but just a half step late on that block from Kaiser.
Perkins inbounds to Williams. She'll get it right back. Driving to the middle of the floor. Pass outside. Mortag. She's driving baseline now. Hillman close out. Williams catches the ball at the free throw line. Will come over and set a ball screen on Daniel Roush. Rejecting it is Perkins. Pass outside. Williams. 3 at the end of the shot clock. No good, and that's going to be an off-ball foul on Destiny Perkins.
It's a great block out by Danielle Roush right there. Just putting her backside into the defender, and you're going to get that foul call if she reaches over you.
Leah Brown and Jordan Hobbs checking in. Danielle Roush and Layla Fila will head to the bench. Michigan still up 4, 38-34, 5:36 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. IUPUI coming out in a sort of soft full-court press. Pass Hobbs, top of the key. Swung back over to Leah Brown. Ball screen coming from Hillman. Brown trying to get inside. Pass. Maddie Nolan, shoulder shot on the outside. Elected to drive left. 9 seconds left in the shot clock. 7. Pass inside Hillman. Triple teamed over to Kaiser. Shot fake. And that one's going to go in and out. She showed a great ball fake that left the defender spinning. 38-34, the score remains the same. McLemore driving with her left hand. Step back jumper. That one's not going to go. That one's going to go Michigan's way, the loose ball. There's going to be an immediate timeout. Maddie Nolan, good defense there, playing to the scout. McLemore, as we mentioned, 15 points, just under rather, 15 points a game in the conference last year. Great 3-level scorer, can get to the rack, loves to hunt contact. But one of the weak parts of her game is that left hand. She is all right all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure that's in the game plan for Michigan, as we've seen, just trying to push her to the left hand. And when she does go right, it's important for that extra off-ball defender be on the help line and come block off that driving lane.
Looking at the stat sheet, Hillman leading the way by a significant margin. 18 of Michigan's 38 points. Second leading scorer is Leah Brown with 8. She's 3 for 7 from the field. Right behind her, Emily Kaiser with 6 on a pair of triples. Kaiser closing in on a double-double, leads the way with 6 rebounds. All of them on the defensive end. Over on the side of IUPUI, it's still Mortag leading the way, but since starting the game off 4 for 4, she's missed her last 6. Michigan, when you look at their team, we mentioned early in the game that, Naz Hillman is this great, now showing that she could be a 2-level threat. Can drive to the hoop as well as just bodying people up inside. But we mentioned early after those 2 threes from Kaiser that the Wolverines would like to get the ball spread on the outside and would like to get some shots going and shots landing from the outside to kind of give Hillman that room to work inside. They've been shooting them, but just can't quite seem to find the nylon. They're 3 for 17 from downtown. 2 of those coming from Kaiser. The third and final coming off the hands of Leah Brown.
Yeah, and Hillman taking her first three-pointer in that last stretch of play there. Was not a make, but that threat from the three-point line is going to open up another world for her. If defenders are going to have to come out and challenge her at the three-point line, just leads the way for the drive.
The horn sounds twice, and we are ready to go. Both teams breaking their huddles. It's on the floor for the Wolverines. Maddie Nolan, Naz Hillman, Danielle Roush, Leah Brown, and Jordan Hobbs. That'll be Michigan ball inbounding in the backcourt. IUPUI coming out in that same soft press. Up close, it's McLemore alongside Natalie Anderson. Roush to handle it. Pass to the wing to Nolan. Nolan yet to put the ball down on the floor. Now dribbles with the left hand. Trying to look inside. Can't find it. Skip pass. Hobbs in the corner. Now she'll drive towards the middle. Double team coming. Pass to Leah Brown. 9 seconds left in the shot clock. High ball screen coming for Hillman. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. Leah Brown, and she's fouled.
Yeah, it's a bailout foul for Michigan there. A lot of one-on-one dribbling last possession, but it's the one-on-one brilliance from the Wolverines right there, and Leah Brown's going to get some free throws out of it.
Brown, 18.2 points per game last season. She's got 8 right now. Perfect from the line with one and one. Make it 2 for 2. Up to 9 points, as I was saying. Leah Brown, 18.2 points per game last season. A huge chunk of those came on those elbow pull-up jumpers. That's a huge part of her game. She loves to get to that spot. Brown knocks the second one down. Michigan up by 6, 40-34. Ari Wiggins and Layla Fila check in for Danielle Roush and Maddie Nolan. Michigan now back out in that 1-2-2 press, using the aggressiveness of Wiggins and Fila to their advantage. They got a tip, but IUPUI able to get it back. Michigan now is settled into a 2-3 zone. Pass to the corner, 3-ball. No good. Hillman pulls it down. Wiggins now pushing the ball in transition, trying to go coast to coast. Pulls it back out. Pass up top, Leah Brown. Inside Hillman, square up, driving, right hand, back to the left. And that's about as easy as they come. Textbook Naz Hillman right there, and make it a 20 ball for her.
Yeah, just a drop of that shoulder. Pushes Macy Williams out of the way. Uncontested layup. It's textbook Naz Hillman.
Fila and Wiggins guarding the handoff. They forced a loose ball, but IUPUI able to get it back. Williams trying to drive left, and her pass is tipped by Hillman and stolen by Jordan Hobbs. Michigan out in transition. Hobbs behind the back. Layup with the left hand, and one! The freshman, Jordan Hobbs. Coast to coast, little bit of razzle-dazzle.
A beautiful behind the back, right to left, fading away with the contact. Can't get much better than that from the freshman for her first official bucket for the Michigan Wolverines.
And what a first one to get. Make the lead 10 points. and make it a highlight reel play for the freshman Jordan Hobbs.
Yeah, just to comment on that 1-2-2 press Michigan is showcasing, not only does it potentially force a turnover, but it takes 10 seconds off the shot clock every time for the Jaguars. So they're not settling into their offense until there's 22 seconds left.
Michigan applying that pressure in the 1-2-2 full court press, and that's going to be a 10-second violation. Naz Hillman, Ari Wiggins, and Leah Brown right up there applying the pressure. And the energy in Chrysler Center is at an all-time high for the day.
Again, those deflections, Naz Hillman, the longest defender on the team. She's playing the top of that 1-2-2, and she's going to cause those deflections. Gets the 10-second call for the Wolverines.
11-point lead for Michigan, 45-34. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Handoff, Leah Brown driving to her right hand, trying to get all the way inside, fighting through contact, up back towards the middle. That's a tough bucket. If she signals she wanted the and one. 13-point lead now for the Maize and Blue. Hobbs guarding the ball, pass inside. It's Anderson working against Hillman. She's going to set a blur screen for Perkins. Kicks back Williams on the outside, guarded by Leah Brown. Pass over to the near side. Pass inside, cutting Rachel Kent. Turnaround jumper off the back iron, no good. Hillman will push it in transition now. Looking up for Brown. She's got room to work. Elects to slow it up. Pass inside Hillman. Right hand, spinning back to the left. Two people come. Tipped away, and that one's going to be Michigan ball. Looks like it came off the left hand of either Macy Williams or Destiny Perkins, the two Jaguars players right there.
Yeah, it looked like Hillman had already made her mind up there. There were three defenders on her. Throws up a wild shot. You'd like to see her maybe take a step back, pass that one out to the open three-point shooters.
Wiggins to inbound, looking for something. Now she's got Hillman. And Hillman's going to be called for a travel, elected for the fake dribble handoff. Sophomore Cameron Williams will check in for the first time today. She'll come out and give Naz Hillman a rest. Williams driving with the left hand, trying to get all the way inside. Cameron Williams for Michigan applying pressure. Three ball on the outside from Rachel Kent in the face of Layla Fila.
It's a big three ball from Rachel Kent right there. Cut the lead to 10.
Skip pass, Jordan Hobbs from the outside to make it a 13-point game. No good, that one's long. 2 minutes left to play here, 47-37 in favor of the Michigan Wolverines. Ari Wiggins went for another steal there. Unable to come up with it, but the Jaguars unable to make anything of the short lead, and driving all the way to the basket, ripping baseline and getting the N1 layup is Macy Williams.
It's a good hard take by Macy Williams, going to the left hand, down the baseline, taking on the smaller defender, the substitute, Cameron Williams, and she gets the N1. It's good aggressive play.
Hillman and Fila check back in. Cameron Williams and Jordan Hobbs will head to the bench. Free throw, no good. Kaiser pulls down the rebound. 47-39, the Michigan Wolverines are out in front. Wiggins working up, sizing up her defender. She'll drive all the way to the right side, now pass to Fila. Swung top of the key, Kaiser. Back cutting is Leah Brown. She wanted that one. Brown now with the ball, trying to get to the middle. Floater, pass to the corner, Fila driving all the way to the basket, and that one just short. Fighting through contact, but leaving it short is Layla Fila. The Jaguars now out in transition. Driving left hand is Rachel Kent, poked away by Leah Brown.
This is an important stretch for the Wolverines. 1:11 left in this third quarter. It's important they finish the quarter out strong. Only up 8 here.
Perkins working up top. Less than 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Less than a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Pass inside, Macy Williams against Emily Kaiser. Going back to her right shoulder. That's her go-to move when she gets it to fall. The Michigan lead now cut to 6, 47-41. Wiggins Passes to Hillman. Trying to direct traffic here. Cutting back doors, Leah Brown. Great pass from Hillman. She's going to be fouled. Can't make the layup, so she'll shoot 2.
It's a fantastic pass by Mas Hillman. The point forward there, just threading the needle on a fantastic pass. Gets the foul, and Leah Brown's going to be shooting some free throws.
Layla Fila and Ari Wiggins will head to the bench. Maddie Nolan and Emily Kaiser check in. Macy Williams will also head to the bench. Anna Mortag checking back in. Michigan with the definite size advantage here as Brown heads to the line and a hush falls over the crowd. She drops that one down. Hillman leading the way with 20. Leah Brown right behind her with 13. Perfect 4 for 4 from the line today. Make it 5 for 5 and make it 14 points for the senior. Pass to Perkins. That one's going to be called a backcourt violation. They beat the press with a pass to the middle. She got it to Morgan Allen.
Yet another turnover from that 1-2-2 press. Hillman being aggressive. It's the sign of a good leader that she's putting in the effort on the offensive and defensive end.
Roush just dribbles off her foot, and that's going to be an IUPUI ball. She got there in time to save it, but rolled out of bounds when she got on top of the ball. That one just an unforced turnover. Perkins was there, but wasn't really applying any pressure. 8-point lead for Michigan, 49-41. Shot clock is dead, just 24 seconds left in the third quarter. IUPUI just going to dribble it out now, try to get the last shot. It's Perkins with the ball, Roush guarding her. Macy Williams to her right. It's going to be a dribble handoff. McLemore over to the near side. Gets it to Williams. She's driving middle now. 5 seconds. Spins back to the right. Pull-up jumper. Hits every part of the rim and then finds the bottom of the net. Last second bucket to make it a 6-point game. But Michigan still up here in Ann Arbor. 49-43 is the score as we head into the fourth and final quarter of regulation.
Yeah, the Jaguars end that quarter 4 of their last 4 from the field. No field goals in the last 3:10 for the Wolverines. So they're going to need to find some offense pretty quickly. This is a 6-point game. Maybe not what we would have expected coming in the game, but no Amy Dilk. This is going to be a grind 'em out win for the Wolverines if they can get there.
Huge third quarter from Macy Williams. Her total on the night now 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 2 blocks as well. Definitely filling out the stat sheet, unfortunately. Has 2 turnovers and 2 personal fouls. Not something you like to see if you're a Jaguars fan. In terms of Michigan scoring leaders, Hillman with 20, Leah Brown with 14, and right behind her, Emily Kaiser with that pair of threes we mentioned earlier. Heading into the fourth quarter, if you're Michigan, what do you think your thoughts are?
Yeah, if I'm Michigan, I want to get the starters who haven't scored into the mix. Danielle Roush, Maddie Nolan. Nolan, a great 3-point shooter. Shot 37% from 3 last year. Made 5 triples in a game last year against Wisconsin. She started the night a pretty quick 0 for 3 and hasn't really looked to shoot since then. So just regaining that confidence is going to be big. But at the end of the day, in a close game like this, you just got to put the ball in the hands of your best player, and that's Nas Hillman. She got 20 points, 9 for 14 from the field. She's efficient. She's shown that she can wear Macy Williams down, and I think that's going to be the key if Michigan wants to come out of this victorious.
Hillman's played 28 of the 30 minutes thus far. She's in great shape. She hasn't even showed signs of slowing down at all, going up and down the entire time.
Yeah, playing the top of that 1-2-2 press, the hardest position to play in that, facilitating the offense. Just an all-around performance from the Big Ten Player of the Year.
Hillman not the tallest player on this Michigan team at a measly 6'3", only trailing behind Isabel Varejao and Cameron Williams, who both stand at 6'4". But Hillman, wingspan closer to 6'8". Ball is in, and the fourth quarter is underway. Going to be a high ball screen to start. Perkins driving to her right hand. Lob pass inside. Macy Williams. Maddie Nolan tips it away. Emily Kaiser with the block. Loose ball. And Hillman just showing off her strength and ripping it away from Williams. Pass up in transition for Roush. Driving baseline. Swings back out top of the key. Hillman. Skip pass. Corner. Maddie Nolan. She's going to be called out of bounds. That right foot just barely grazing that line. She had her woman beat. McLemore tried to jump the pass. 49-43, Wolverines up 6. Couple blur screens. Jaguars trying to find an opening here. Pass back, McLemore looking inside, can't find anyone. Perkins now, she's going to try from the corner. Square up from Williams on Emily Kaiser, no good. Hillman pushing in transition now. Kick, Leah Brown, shoulder shot. Now gets a ball screen, driving middle. Kick to the corner. Maddie Nolan didn't like what she saw, elected to swing it back out. Michigan in a 4-out, 1-in look. Hillman working block to block. Roush driving hard with the right hand. Nice pass on the inside. Hillman misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Up, misses it again. Up with her own rebound again. Can't find it. Hillman had 3 chances. Couldn't get one to fall.
3 great chances, too. That's tough that they don't come away with 2 points there.
Pass outside, Perkins working one-on-one against Roush. Ball swung all the way on the outside. McLemore now gets a ball screen. Hesitation, gets to the middle. Outside, Perkins. IUPUI can't seem to get penetration, just working side to side. Kaiser comes over to double. Pass inside, Williams kicks outside. McLemore at the end of the buzzer. Off the back iron, no one pulls it down.
Fantastic defensive possession by the Wolverines there. Quick feet, quick hands, staying in front of all their defenders.
Long pass to Leah Brown in the corner, working one-on-one against the much slower Macy Williams. Spinning back to her left hand, and now floater, no good. That one too far left. Both teams in a bit of a scoring drought here, 49-43. 7:50 left to play here in regulation. Ball swung up top, Anderson. Pass back to the middle, McLemore working against Nolan, trying to go back to her right hand. Step through, she leaves it short, hits the ground. Kaiser pulls down the board, passing up to a guard in transition. It's Leah Brown. Hesitation, pull-up jumper, and she's got that one.
Yeah, Leah Brown showing her versatility there. She's gotten most of her points tonight from the line and at the basket, but she's pulling up in the mid-range game. That's going to be really important for the Wolverines as the season progresses.
51-43 as IUPUI calls timeout. Leah Brown closing in on Naz Hillman as the leading scorer, 16. 5 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 3 from downtown, and a perfect 5 for 5 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, and Naz Hillman just notched her first double-double of the year, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Emily Kaiser close with 8 rebounds, but yeah, Naz Hillman, just a double-double machine for the Wolverines. That's going to be it's going to be important for the Wolverines if she can get on the board. She's already 9th in school history in both scoring and rebounding with 1,531 points and 765 rebounds coming into this game. Has a chance to be the first Wolverine ever to record 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in a season. So I'm sure that's going to be a personal goal for her behind the team goal of making it the first Big Ten championship for the Wolverines.
As you mentioned, Hillman, Big Ten Player of the Year last year, was named 2021 Big Ten Preseason Player of the Year. But as you see and hear anytime you listen to an interview with Naz Hillman, none of it's about her. It's always about what's best for the team and what she can get going for the fans here in Ann Arbor. Both teams in their respective huddles. IUPUI led for a good portion earlier. It was back and forth, but the Wolverines have kind of started to pull away. They're up by 8 right now, 51-43, and the real story of the game is on the glass. Michigan, 36 rebounds to IUPUI's 26.
Yeah, and that was a struggle for the Wolverines at the start. A couple early offensive rebounds, not a good job boxing out by the Wolverines, but that's solved itself. And you have people like guards. You got guards with Emily Kaiser, and everyone really pulling their weight. Maddie Nolan also with 3 boards. So it's a team effort on the glass tonight.
7:23 left to play here as both teams exit their timeout circles. On the floor for the Maize and Blue, Nolan, Fila, Kaiser, Roush, and Hillman. Pass in from Macy Williams, and we're ready to go. It's Perkins bringing the ball up. Couple down screens, get some action going on the outside. Rachel Kent trying to find somebody inside. Elects to go Perkins at the corner. Now pass inside Williams. Ripping baseline, lob pass up, almost tipped away. Jaguars with possession now. It's Perkins driving hard to the basket. Roush behind her, no good. Kaiser pulls down her 9th rebound of the night. Kaiser pass. Roush looking inside. Triple team coming. Hillman dribbles out of it. Jaguars have to recover. That one's tipped out of bounds. Nice play there by Morgan Allen to stop the break.
Yeah, the second triple team of the night we've seen on Naz Hillman. The first time she threw up an errant shot. This time taking a little more calm approach, backs out, and keeps the possession alive for the Wolverines.
Roush to inbound right in front of the Michigan bench. Hits Kaiser in the high post. Dribbling now to her left hand, swung back outside to Roush. Top of the key, Kaiser. She's got plenty of room. Williams doesn't have a hand up. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Hillman now on the high post. Jabbing, tipped away by Perkins, swung outside. Roush for 3 at the end of the shot clock. That one no good. Hillman pulls it down. Outside. Kaiser showed her shot. Cross-court pass, Maddie Nolan. Roush now gets it. There's going to be a foul called on the floor. There was contact between Hillman and Morgan Allen. The foul is going to go on the graduate student from Greensville, Wisconsin, Allen. It's Allen's second personal. 18 seconds left in the shot clock. Maddie Nolan driving to her right hand. Pass back to Naz Hillman. Double team coming. Macy Williams got a steal, and now McLemore has nothing but open floor in front of her. Coming from behind is Danielle Roush, and she's going to foul her. McLemore couldn't put the ball in the bucket, so she's going to head to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, first time tonight we've seen a double from the Jaguars with Macy Williams on Naz Hillman as well. Usually they've doubled when Macy Williams is off Naz Hillman, but that time a double forces the turnover. It's only the second turnover of the night from Naz Hillman. With that usage rate, it's pretty good numbers.
Ari Wiggins checks in for Danielle Roush as McLemore puts the first free throw down. Wolverines still up 51-44 following the free throw from McLemore. Leah Brown at the check-in table as McLemore hits the second. She'll come in for Emily Kaiser, and she will inbound. Michigan up 6, 51-45. It'll be Ari Wiggins to bring the ball up the floor, working one-on-one against Perkins. Pass Nolan on the left wing. Some action down low. Wiggins will come off. A dribble handoff now. Nice pass inside. Hillman fighting through contact. Tipped, and she's going to be fouled. She'll head to the line.
It's great facilitating by Ari Wiggins there. Haven't seen her too much in the paint. Usually on the perimeter this game, but it's a great pass over the top to Naz Hillman with the mismatch. Gets the foul from Allen. It's going to be her third foul on the night.
Hillman to shoot 2. First one up and good. 52-45 here. The Wolverines up by 7. Just under 6 minutes left to play. Wiggins and Fila inside for the Wolverines to rebound. This one, the 5th free throw of the night, or 4th rather, from Naz Hillman is up and good, so she's got a perfect 4 for 4. Michigan now up in a 2-2-1 press. The Jaguars break it no problem. Wiggins pressuring the ball. McLemore is going to get a screen going to her left hand. Doesn't like what she sees. Now tries to drive baseline again. Still just continually coming back to that right hand. Williams setting a ball screen for Perkins up top. Swung. Rachel Kent looking inside for Williams. And that one high and outside. It's going to be Wolverines ball.
Yeah, it's a result of the persistent pressure from the Wolverines there. Naz Hillman, some great denial of Macy Williams in the paint. Forces the tip out of bounds. Michigan ball.
5:26 53-45 is the score. Leah Brown driving middle, kick back. Maddie Nolan looking inside for Hillman. IUPUI read it right. But Hillman still able to pull it down and goes up, gets fouled by Macy Williams, and she'll shoot another 2. Great anticipation there on the back end by McLemore coming over to try and steal that, but now it's Hillman just showing off her athleticism, going up like a wide receiver and pulling that ball down. Hillman 4 for 4, make it 5 for 5. To make it a 10-point game, Hillman misses the 6th one, so she's 5 for 6 on the night now. 54-45, the Wolverines are up. Williams pulls a 3 from the top of the key, and she drains it.
Already matched her total from last year with that 1-3. It's her 3rd 3 of the night, finally gets one to drop.
54-48, Leah Brown looking inside for Hillman. Squaring up, back cutting is Layla Fila, but tipped away. McLemore driving in transition. Brown tips it away now. Stopping the break, pass back up. Rachel Kent guarded by Ari Wiggins, looking for McLemore again. Pass inside, Williams, double team coming. It's Hillman and Nolan, pass to the corner, swung all the way back around the horn. 3-ball corner, McLemore. Leah Brown right there, but in her face. And we've got ourselves a ball game. 54-41. On back-to-back threes, a 6-0 run in the last 42 seconds. Leah Brown will come get the ball, swung now to Nolan. Nolan over for Wiggins, ball screen coming. Wiggins pass to the corner for Leah Brown. Inside, Hillman, triple team coming. Hillman fighting through contact, pass to a cutting Maddie Nolan, wide open lefty layup. And Maddie Nolan's got her first 2 points of the night. There's going to be a travel called. Ari Wiggins doing a great job applying the pressure early. Perkins had no idea she was there on the inbounds and just ran with it. IUPUI will call timeout, and that is a heartbreaker. They went on that 6-0 run to make it just a 3-point ball game, and then a backdoor cut from Maddie Nolan that was not contested at all makes it 56-51, and then the turnover there has potential to be even more devastating.
It's a great job by Naz Hillman, just learning and adapting. So the first time she got the triple team, she forced a bad shot and turned the ball over. Second time, she backed out and made the right pass. Third time, she found the cutter wide open, Maddie Nolan, and that was a very important 2-pointer for the Wolverines. You could hear the energy in the Chrysler Center getting a little tense. The fans getting a little louder, sensing that the team needed their support. And right after that, 2-pointer, Michigan gets the ball back on the travel. So it's going to be a tough, like I said, they're going to need to grind this out this last 4 minutes without their senior leader, Amy Dilk, out with an injury. And we're going to see what this Michigan team's made of.
Just under 4 minutes left to play here in Chrysler Center. The Wolverines in a contest that's much closer than they would have liked. 56-51. Naz Hillman leading the way with 23 points. Leah Brown right behind her with 16. After that, it's Emily Kaiser with 6, and then the next leading scorer, surprisingly, the freshman, Layla Fila, 1 for 5 from the floor, but 2 for 2 from the line to make it 4 points. She's also got 4 rebounds. Ari Wiggins, another freshman in this lineup, also filling out the stat sheet. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a steal.
Yeah, and what doesn't show up is that great on-ball defending that she's shown throughout this whole game.
Yeah, both freshmen mentioned, Fila and Wiggins, have done a great job applying pressure to the ball handlers in this IUPUI lineup. Timeout circle's going to break. It's the starting lineup on the floor for the IUPUI Jaguars, with the exception of Natalie Anderson in for Anna Mortag. For Michigan on the floor right now, it's the veterans Hillman, Nolan, and Leah Brown alongside 2 freshmen in Ari Wiggins and Layla Fila. Wiggins to inbound, and that one's going to be taken right away. Macy Williams jumped the pass. Pass up in transition. She's got McLemore. Perkins now driving to her right hand. Pass, McLemore trying to drive baseline. Nolan doing a nice job taking away that right hand. Looking inside, Williams. Fila right there. Tips it away and grabs the rebound. Hillman now going in transition. Pass up, Leah Brown will slow the break. Loses it, tipped out of bounds. It's going to go off the hands of Rachel Kent, and it'll stay Wolverine basketball.
I'm impressed by Wiggins' ability to atone for a mistake with the errant inbound pass, but gets mismatched with Macy Williams inside. Still strong, stays tough, and forces the missed shot.
56-51, dribble handoff to Maddie Nolan. Looks inside, cuts back door, double coming. Hillman with some pressure in her face, drives baseline, drift pass, Nolan, top of the key. Leah Brown, 5 seconds on the shot clock, driving hard. Floater with the right hand off the glass, no good. Hillman right there to pull it down, and she's up and got it. Make it 23 points on the night for Naz Hillman, or make it 25 rather, up from 23. 58-51, less than 3 minutes left to play. Wiggins gets hit with a high ball screen from Macy Williams. Pass inside. Williams now trying to go to work. Nolan doing a nice job coming over to double, forcing her to lose the ball. Errant pass, and Ari Wiggins has a steal. Working through contact, trying to go coast to coast, driving all the way, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. Wiggins passed across her body back over to Leah Brown, but the foul came first. It's going to be on Natalie Anderson.
Yeah, Michigan changing their game plan a little bit, doubling Macy Williams in the paint, forcing a bad pass. Ari Wiggins taking it to the hole, taking the advantage of the 2-on-1 instead of pulling it out, and gets rewarded with the foul.
Michigan now just one foul away from being in the bonus. Nolan to inbound, loft pass up to Naz Hillman. Nolan gets it right back, drives middle, swung all the way back around the horn. Leah Brown working one-on-one against Rachel Kent. Bounce pass, Hillman in the high post. Scanning the floor, trying to facilitate, driving to left hand. Spins back right. 4 defenders come, and they block that shot. McLemore now in transition, kicks to Williams at the top of the key. McLemore goes with her left hand all the way to the basket, and she's got a nice take and 2 points.
It's impressive, the left hand from McLemore. Don't usually see that out of her.
Wiggins gets the ball stripped, and it's going to be a foul called on her as well. Tried to get a little bit fancy, but the 5th-year senior Destiny Perkins right there to take it away. Danielle Roush will check in, and she'll send the freshman Wiggins back to the bench.
Yeah, it's just a freshman mistake there by Wiggins. Trying to be a little too fancy. All you need to do is take it up. Don't need to go through the legs or anything. Just get the ball, start the offense. She gets subbed out immediately. Inbounds
pass to Perkins after the steal. Just a 5-point game here in Ann Arbor. Less than 2 minutes left to play. 58-53. Ball swung corner. McLemore. Lee Brown tips it away. Jaguars able to get it back. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Perkins way outside. Pass inside Williams. 3 ball from McLemore on the in and out, and that one's good. 2-point ball game in Chrysler Center. And the Jaguars bench is up on their feet.
You got a barn burner here, Charlie.
1:26 left to play. Michigan up 58-56. Leah Brown working with the ball. Pass to Layla Fila. And it's going to be taken away. Perkins in transition now. Her left hand. Kick back. McLemore. She'll drive right hand now. Hillman coming up. Pass inside. Macy Williams. And we're tied up at 58. Timeout, Michigan. And the Jaguars storm the court. What a comeback. 7-0 run on a perfect 3-for-3 from the field in the last minute and 2 seconds.
Michigan unable to get the ball in the basket in the last 2 minutes. Haven't scored. I assume the veteran head coach, Kim Barnes-Rico, she's going to say, all right, we need to get it into our best player's hands. That's Naz Hillman. I assume we're going to see some kind of action, either get her on the pick and roll to get her the ball down in the paint and let her go to work. If the double comes, the Michigan shooters got to be ready. Maddie Nolan, Ophelia Roush, they've got to be ready on the three-point line. No hesitation if they get a pass from Naz Hillman.
Jaguars doing a nice job of not letting Hillman get going inside. Michigan's been right there spreading the floor, as you mentioned, Abe, but not in the right spots where they're needed. They're kind of leaving Hillman out to dry. Jaguars going to come out. And what looks to be a soft 2-2-1 press. Perkins to guard the ball. Roush pushing up in transition with the right hand. Pass up to Leah Brown. We're tied up. Less than a minute left to play. 56 seconds. 18 on the shot clock. Pass to the corner. Roush wanted to look inside. Elected to swing it back. Kaiser. Top of the key. Now pass inside for Hillman. Is tipped away. Macy Williams has a transition, but she's going to slow it up. 40 seconds left to play here. Destiny Perkins. She's just going to dribble this out as long as she can. IUPUI looking to shock the world in Ann Arbor. Nolan guarding the ball. Pass inside. Macy Williams. 3-ball from Rachel Kent's going to go long. Hillman pulls it down. 22 seconds left to play here. Tie game. Michigan most likely going to take the last shot. 12 seconds. It's Leah Brown with the ball. McLemore guarding her. Pass Emily Kaiser. 5 seconds on the clock. Leah Brown. Ball screen from Hillman. 2-1. Ball is up and just short. And we're going to go to overtime. We've got free basketball in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, Michigan ends that fourth quarter without a point in the last 3 minutes. IUPUI finishing 5 of 7, a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. 4 turnovers for the Wolverines in the last 4 minutes. I was right after the timeout. They tried to get the ball to Nas Hillman. A poor entry pass. She didn't touch the ball in the last possession. I think if you want to win these tight games, you need to put the ball in the hands of your best player. But Michigan escapes. IUPUI had a chance to take the lead, but now they got 5 minutes. Like you said, free basketball. We'll see if Michigan can take better control of the ball in this overtime period.
Going to be a 5-minute overtime period. IUPUI coming out and doing something that I don't think anyone but themselves thought they could do. Taking the number 11 ranked Michigan Wolverines into overtime. McLemore leading the way alongside Macy Williams. They've got 17 apiece. Naz Hillman with 25 and Leah Brown with 16 for the Wolverines. It has been a battle. It's been back and forth all game. The Wolverines led by as much as 9 at one point. But the Jaguars showing that they're never out of the fight.
Yeah, McLemore was the key to that resurgency. She showed her capabilities in the third quarter, then cooled off a little bit, and was integral down the stretch in that fourth quarter with a big 3, a big and 1, and got her team to overtime.
The 3-time Horizon League Player of the Year, Macy Williams, making her presence felt on both ends of the floor. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, as well on the defensive end, 2 blocks and 3 steals. On the floor for IUPUI to start it, it's Perkins, McLemore, Kent, Anderson, and Williams for Michigan. Hillman, Roush, Nolan, Brown, and rounding it out is Emily Kaiser. Michigan wins the opening tip, and we're underway here in extra time. Pass to Hillman at the free throw line, driving with the left hand against Williams. Up with the left and no good. No foul called. The Jaguars out in transition the other way. McLemore might have gotten away with a travel there. Pass inside to Williams. Brown coming out to supply the double team. Swung all the way now. Perkins back up top. Anderson. McLemore to Kent now. Gets a ball screen from Williams. Pull-up jumper. Hillman's going to pull it down. She's got 15 rebounds on the night.
Yeah, this is where the stamina comes in handy. The extra summer workouts. It's where whose legs are going to keep supporting them.
Roush with a hard right-hand take to the basket. It's going to be a foul called on her on the loose ball. She had a lane, went up with the right hand, but couldn't find the bottom of the bucket. 2 substitutions coming in. It's going to be the freshmen we've seen all night. Ari Wiggins and Layla Fila checking in as Danielle Roush and Emily Kaiser head to the bench.
Yeah, it's the 4th foul for Emily Kaiser there. It's overtime, so she'll probably get back in, but another foul could be catastrophic for the Wolverines.
Michigan up in a 2-1-2 full court press. Wiggins tried to trap. Jaguars got out of it. 58-58, still locked there. 4 minutes left to play. Pass to Anderson. Trying to look inside for Macy Williams. Hillman Gardner right there. Pass out. Rachel Kent on the outside, and she traveled.
Yeah, just some happy feet from Rachel Kent right there. too quick on the dribble, and it looks like Michigan is at least attempting to do some offensive defensive substitutions with Emily Kaiser with her 4 fouls there, coming right back in the game.
Kaiser and Roush both re-enter. As we mentioned earlier, the 2 freshmen, Wiggins and Fila, great on ball defensively. Trying to make that presence felt here in overtime. 3:30 left to play. We're locked at 58 still. Kaiser passes over to Roush, now slips the ball screen. Long cross-court pass. Maddie Nolan had an open look, decided not to pull. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Kaiser working with McLemore. Back cut Maddie Nolan. Pass inside Hillman. Driving with the left hand. Spins back to right. Through contact, and she's fouled.
Good footwork by Naz Hillman there. Just a quick spin after the drive left. Forces the foul. Doesn't allow the double team to get there. Two free throws for Hillman, who's 5 for 6 on the night, trying to get to that 30-point threshold.
Offense, defense coming in again. Fila and Wiggins check in. The All-American looking to put her team out in front here in overtime. First free throw, no good off the back rim. Still locked at 58. 30 minutes and 18 seconds left to play here in overtime. Free throw number 2 from Hillman is up and good, and Wolverines finally inch ahead.
Hillman showing her stamina, playing 39 minutes already so far, with 3 minutes left in overtime.
Back to that 2-1-2 press. It was Wiggins and Hillman up front. The Jags beat it, but it took them 10 seconds. Kent now driving to her right hand, way outside, pass to Perkins. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Brown fighting over a screen. Pass Macy Williams. Kicks outside. Perkins for 3. And that one way wide right. Maddie Nolan right there to reel it in. That one hit nothing but the bottom of the backboard. Michigan's now going to try to slow down the pace of play. IUPUI calls timeout. Both teams going to head to their benches. 59-58 here in Ann Arbor. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to play. Roush and Kaiser will check back in.
Yeah, I really liked what I saw earlier with the pick and roll action from Wiggins and Naz Hillman. I know Wiggins will get subbed out of the game here for offense right here, but some pick and roll action with Hillman. Make Macy Williams get involved in the pick and roll. Don't allow the other team to double Naz Hillman and get her a potential mismatch down in the post.
Naz Hillman doing a great job cleaning up the defensive glass. 11 defensive rebounds, 15 total rebounds tonight. 3 of her 4 offensive rebounds coming on 1 possession. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Michigan ball. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 2:42 on the game clock. 59-48 is the score. Inbounds pass goes to Nolan. Roush will get it right back. Roush drove right, now comes back to the left hand. Ball screen to Leah Brown. She's got plenty of room to work. Pass to the corner, Maddie Nolan. Showed her shot, didn't like it. Inside, Hillman. Triple team. Outside, Leah Brown. Extra pass, corner. Roush driving baseline, floater. And that one's good. Michigan up 3. 61-58 with 2:18 left to play. Roush after the bucket guarding the ball. Swung over to McLemore. And here come Wiggins and Fila. If there is a dead ball. Awkward turnaround jumper from McLemore, and Maddie Nolan pulls down another rebound. That's her 5th of the night.
It's great confidence from Roush right there, from Danielle Roush. No points on the night, but getting her first bucket in a clutch time situation.
Less than 2 minutes left to play here. Pass inside from Maddie Nolan, and she's got Naz Hillman. Great up and over pass, and Michigan now up 5.
It's a fantastic steal from Naz Hillman. Gets the bucket, puts Michigan up 5. Emily Kaiser hyping the crowd up, and Michigan hopefully will be able to protect this lead unlike they did at the end of the second half.
Perkins just dribbles the ball over half court, and IUPUI calls timeout. They've got 1 left with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to play here in overtime. The Michigan Wolverines are up 5, 63-58. Naz Hillman closing in on a 30 bomb, just 2 points away.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that pass again from Maddie Nolan. Just a fantastic steal, but it's really all about the pass. If that pass is too short, it's taken away by Macy Williams. If it's a little too long, it's out of the reach. Just a perfect pass, setting up Nas Hillman for the bucket to go up 5.
Nolan just throwing it at that bottom corner of the backboard. Letting her player, Nas Hillman, go up to get it. That long wingspan coming in handy. Horn sounds, and we are ready to go. On the defensive end, it's going to be Hillman, Nolan, Wiggins, Fila, and what looks like Leah Brown. Michigan able to string together a little run here. They've got the 5-point lead. If you're just tuning in, 63-58 is the score. The Maize and Blue out in front. Only a minute 37 left to play here in the overtime. Inbounds pass goes in to Anderson. Gets it tipped away. Leah Brown all over the ball there, but the Jaguars get it back. Pass to McLemore. She's going to get a high ball screen from Williams. Going to her weaker left hand. IUPUI running out of time to get a shot off here. And that's going to be a turnover. Pass inside to Macy Williams. What's not going to go down on the stat sheet, but a great play there from Nas Hillman. Williams tried to roll and post Hillman up, and Hillman just pulled the chair on her. Williams just falling right on her back as she catches the ball. That's going to be a travel, like I said, and a turnover.
Yeah, those are the smart plays. They don't end up in the box score, but forces a turnover in a really important part of the game. It's what gets you the Big Ten Player of the Year.
IUPUI coming out in a press here. Roush gets it over half court to Hillman. A minute 12 left to play here. Michigan up 5, 63-58.
Yeah, they'll want to use all the time on the shot clock here.
Leah Brown driving middle, pass outside to Nolan. Didn't like what she saw. Kick back, Leah Brown. There's an over-the-top pass. Nas Hillman up with the left hand. And that's going to extend the lead even more and give Nas Hillman her first 30-point game of the 2021-22 season.
Yeah, Nas Hillman, 30 points. Last year, she had 3 30-point games, so already a third of the way there. Again, just a fantastic over-the-top pass, but again, another amazing steal by Nas Hillman. Doesn't allow the double to come over. Easy finish with the left hand. Puts Michigan up 7 with less than a minute to play.
Couple big buckets down the stretch from Nas Hillman.
Yeah, it's all about the footwork and the timing. The timing of the pass is important. Right when Hillman starts pushing her arm down into the back of Macy Williams. Happened twice. It's proven to be a great source of offense for the Wolverines.
56 seconds left to play here. IUPUI down 7. They're going to have to get creative. Pass inside. McLemore wanted a 3, didn't like it. Pass inside now to Macy Williams. Double coming. Working to her right hand, kick outside. Ball screen, McLemore. Hesitation, getting all the way to the rack up with the right hand, and that one's good. IUPUI now down just 5. And Michigan's going to call timeout.
Yeah, it's a good timeout by Kim Barnes-Rico. She just wants to get her more offensive-minded players back in the game. But as we've seen there, just the drive by McLemore, wanting to go with the right hand, does end up going left, finishing with the right. She's been really important in this resurgency from the Jaguars today. 19 points, over 50% from the field in 38 minutes.
(65-60) the score here in Ann Arbor. 43 seconds left. And the player of the game thus far has to be Nas Hillman. 30 points on 12 for 22 from the field. 6 for 8 from the line. She's got 15 rebounds as well as 1 assist to just keep tacking on. On the other side, McLemore leading the way, 19 points. Williams is 17. Mortag with 10. Haven't seen her in a while. Started off the game hot. We've mentioned it time and time again. 4 for 4 to start the game. Since then, 0 for her last 6.
Yeah, gutsy performance by Michigan here. They're 3 for 20 from three-point range, only shooting 15%. It's really hard when you don't have the outside threat. You don't have the deep threat, but they just keep pounding inside. Nas Hillman proving to be unstoppable here today.
Timeout horn sounds, and we're ready to go. It'll be Michigan to inbound from in front of their own bench. Referee hands off the ball to Roush, looking inside, pass to Leah Brown in the corner. Trap coming. Brown pressure, dribbles through it. Nice job breaking the pressure there. Pass up top to Roush, and she's just going to try to waste as much clock as possible. It's going to be Leah Brown fouled up near midcourt. Natalie Anderson coming up to stop the clock. It'll send Roush to the send Brown rather to the line to shoot two. Michigan still with that 5-point lead, 65-60 with 33 seconds left.
Yeah, it was a really good job in the corner there. That's a tough spot to be in. You essentially have two more defenders with the sideline and the end line, but a good job getting out of that trap and getting some free throws for the Wolverines.
That last foul, Anderson's fourth. Michigan going back to that offense-defense look. Roush and Kaiser will head to the bench, and in checks Layla Fila and Ari Wiggins. First free throw from Leah Brown is up and good. The lead extended to 6. 33 seconds left here, and the lead getting more and more comfortable for the Maize and Blue. Hush falls over the crowd as second free throw from Leah Brown is off the right side of the net. So the lead just 6. IUPUI has got 30 seconds to work with, but they have no timeouts. Just as I say that, Coach Kim Barnes-Arico is going to call a timeout and just get her players situated. They do have their defensive lineup in, so no substitutions will be necessary.
Yeah, first missed free throw of the night for Leah Brown. She goes to 6 for 7. Overall, pretty good free throw shooting night for the Wolverines with only 3 misses, going 15 of 18 from the line, as opposed to the Jaguars, who are shooting 60%. They're 6 for 10.
Michigan with a community effort here tonight. 8 players on the box score with points on the board. Leading the way, as we said, Naz Hillman with 30. Timeout wraps up. 32 seconds left to play. Michigan up in a full court man-to-man press. It's Fila guarding the inbounds pass. They're going to get the inbounds into McLemore. And the trap comes. It's Fila and Nolan. No timeouts for IUPUI. They get the ball over. 25 seconds left. Driving all the way to the basket and taking an awkward pull-up jumper is Rachel Kent. Brown pulls down the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. Leah Brown is getting battered all up down low. It's going to be IUPUI ball. 18 seconds left to play. 66-60 is the score. Jaguars need a quick one here. It's going to be a handoff. Kent. And turning it over is Macy Williams. Faked the handoff, tried to go behind her back, and just put it off her left foot. That one might be the nail in the coffin. Roush and Kaiser check back in as some fans start to file out of Chrysler Center here. Quick substitution for IUPUI, and Michigan is going to call another timeout. They've got one left. Coach Kim Barnes-Arico just getting her team situated. Up 6 with 14 seconds left to play here, 66-60. Michigan, 3 of their last 3 from the field. The sounds of the Michigan basketball band ring true in Chrysler Center. Good to have them back after not having them in here last year due to COVID. Let's talk about the resilience of this Michigan team. Starting veteran point guard Amy Dilk goes down with injury less than a minute into this game. But this one has been back and forth, but Michigan has stayed strong, run kind of point guard by committee with Roush, Wiggins, Nolan. Whoever can guard the ball is, here comes the inbounds pass. 14 seconds left on the clock. They get it into Leah Brown, who's fouled right away. That's going to be Anderson's 5th and final, so she'll head to the bench. And Leah Brown will shoot 2 more. It'll be Destiny Perkins, the 5th-year senior, to check in for Anderson as she fouls out of this contest. It's Wiggins and Fila checking back in for the Wolverines. 13.1 seconds left in the clock here, and Leah Brown's got an opportunity to pretty much put this one out of reach. First free throw with a 6-point lead is up and nothing but net. The lead now 7. Now a 3-possession ball game, and the life of this IUPUI team just draining. You can see it out of the bench. That one misses on the second one, so Brown goes 1 for 2 on her last 2 attempts. McLemore wasting all sorts of time driving to the basket. She gets a bucket, but might have used too much clock. Pass into Leah Brown, and that's going to ice it. Michigan comes out with the victory in a close one. Much closer than anyone would have expected. The Jaguars almost coming to Ann Arbor and shock the Wolverines. But the final score is the final buzzer sounds, 67-62. And Michigan starts off the year 1-0.
Yeah, Naz Hillman, 30 points, 15 rebounds, just coming out strong, coming out just like she finished last year. It's gonna be interesting to see how Michigan handles the injury of Amy Dilk. We hope the best for her in a speedy recovery. But it's a gutsy performance by Michigan tonight. When your starting point guard goes out in the first minute, it's always tough to regain that energy. But a win is a win at the end of the day, and Michigan gets it done here.
Looking at the box score from the Wolverines, out of their 67, Naz Hillman led the way. 30 points, 15 rebounds, an assist, and a steal to fill out the stat sheet. The preseason Big Ten Player of the Year, showing why she earned those honors. Going down the other leading scorers, Leah Brown just shy of a 20-piece with 18. Going down some also notable players, Emily Kaiser, 2 threes on the night for 6 total points. She had 9 rebounds, though, getting it done on the offensive and defensive glass. Looking at Michigan, shot 40% from the field while only shooting 15% from 3. Struggle tonight from beyond the arc for the Wolverines, but they got the job done. That's all that matters. The number 11 team in the country heads to 1-0. And what a night it was. With that is going to do it for WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball. We'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight. Again, my name has been Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, Abe Weiner. We're going to leave you like we always do, folks, with a good night, a thank you, and a Go Blue.